can't get the stuff, can we?
We can't get the bloody stuff.
Can't get the bloody stuff. God damn it. Can't get the handbrake off either.
Right, good lord.
Welcome.
Welcome to episode 9.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Back into our normal familiar settings of in the car.
We are in the car
at
night time. And as always, we have just been to the cinema.
Surprise, the fucking prize.
Surprise. This wasn't supposed to be a bit like a movie reviewing thing, but it seems to be kind of...
It's becoming that, but...
It's becoming that.
The plan is to talk about our lives and everything, but you've been on holiday, so it's like, well, what are you supposed to fucking talk about?
Well, this is...
Paddy, what have you done today? I woke up, I had a wank, had a coffee, played some video games.
I wish I had
another wank.
I wish I had a wank.
Okay, maybe not the last few days, but, you know, when you're at home...
Exactly.
What have you done? Oh, I woke up, had a coffee, had a wank.
No. Woke up, had a wank.
Had a coffee, had another wank, played some video games, had a wank. Contemplate my life, had a wank.
Don't do that much. Jesus. I contemplate my life a lot, but I don't want to contemplate having a wank all the time like that. Jeez.
No, you don't contemplate because you just do it.
Well, no. It's
just
not even
do
that.
it. Just do it. Just put it in your hand and do it.
But not like that, because that hurts.
No. Just slap it around.
Tease it. Oh, God. We're in a bit of a mood tonight. We've just seen an absolute hilarious film. Confess Flech.
Confess Flech.
Brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant.
I can't recommend it enough.
The best way I can describe it is imagine a film-length Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not Brooklyn Nine-Nine because it's not a police thing.
No.
But, like, just the comedy.
Yeah.
It's Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it's Scrubs.
Yeah.
It's those kind of...
It's proper classic. Like old school Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Not new, like first and second season Brooklyn
Nine-Nine.
No.
Third and fourth.
Third
it was at its
season.
Peak.
When it was absolute peak. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah, 100%. Just phenomenal film. Absolutely phenomenal.
Fantastic.
I'm so glad we went to see that.
Me too.
Yeah, I can't rate it enough.
Yeah.
Acting, superb. The filming, the jokes, the script, everything.
Yeah.
So good.
Fantastic.
Like I said to you at the cinema, when we were in the screen, I have not laughed in a film like that for so long.
However...
Oh, God.
No. It's nothing about the film.
Oh, okay.
Of course, in that screen, there was unfortunately only 3 other people in that room with us.
A family of 3,
which is just mental because people need to start going to cinemas again. I'm sorry, but it's just,
they do.
Yeah.
They
Cinemas are going to die without people going to see them, and just people don't care because I can stream it on Netflix in a week's time. Fucking go to the cinema. That's not what I'm going to rant about now.
Okay.
But it was like, of course, I was watching the film, but also all the way through that film, I was watching them, and they didn't laugh as much as we did.
I did clock one of them turning around and looking at us when we were laughing.
I was about to say, did you think they turned around and were like, who the fuck are these guys?
I think they realised that we were having far more fun than they were having. Because she laughed a couple of times.
She laughed a couple of times, yeah.
But
they just sat there, didn't they?
Yeah. I don't understand what they didn't find funny.
Did you not understand?
Honestly, my belly hurt. I was laughing so much, I literally had to hold my belly. I was laughing. Oh,
yeah.
It was hysterical.
As I said in the previous episode. Have I said it in the previous episode, or did we say it as we were wrapping up? Me, when I laugh hard, I snort.
Yeah.
I was having to hold back my snorts.
Yeah.
In that, because I was like, right, okay, there's other people in the store. It was just me and you...
I sweat. I really wish they weren't in there now.
Oh.
Because I would have been in fucking hysterical.
Yeah. If it was just me and you, I'd have been snorting. And this is also the problem of, it's a shame there wasn't more people in that cinema, because more people would have had more laughter.
Yeah.
So we would have been fine.
It would have created an atmosphere.
It would have created an atmosphere, yeah.
100%.
Because I wouldn't have been shocked. Like I said, that's like peak Brooklyn Nine-Nine or peak Scrubs. But I also wouldn't have been shocked if it had like a laugh track like peak Friends.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been shocked.
Oh, can you imagine if they had found a way to film that in front of a studio audience? I don't know how they would have done it.
No.
But if they could have found a way, it would have been even funnier, I think.
I don't know, because laugh tracks nowadays are kind of like seen as cheap comedy. You know, it's like, oh, you're being told to laugh now.
Well, I think that's because everybody tends to think that, and like, because that was the issue that Big Bang Theory had.
Yes.
Is that a lot of people didn't believe that they were in front of a studio audience for some. And obviously, even with like Friends, there's not bits where they're right in front of the audience.
No.
But the audience is like watching on screens if they're in a different part of the studio.
Yeah.
But they film for that to get reactions, because in some ways it does help the joke. And I wonder whether or not that family in front of us might have laughed more if
there'd been other people in there.
Creating that atmosphere of laughter and having a good time. You think about the amount of people that were in to watch The Menu.
Yeah.
And the jokes that were going on, and people didn't care about the fact that like one person found that one joke hysterical and laughed really loud, and then somebody found a different joke that was hysterical and they laughed incredibly loud, and everybody else was chuckling and things like that. Sometimes people's reactions to a joke can be funnier than the joke.
Yeah. No, I get that. It was when I forget her name, but the actress who was the sort of antagonist of Bad Teacher. I can't remember her name.
The antagonist? Oh, I know her as the first receptionist for Doc Martin.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, for me, it's the antagonist. So protagonist is the hero.
Yeah, no, isn't her name like Angela or something like that?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Just when she appeared on screen, I knew we were in for a brilliant fucking scene.
Absolutely hysterical.
Oh my God, I wish I had her comedic acting ability.
I agree. I think she's hilarious. If anybody's seen the St. Trinian's movie, she was in the first St. Trinian's movie. Oh, I said not the first because that was back like black and white in the 70s or whatever.
The first remake.
The first remake with Gemma Arterton.
Yes.
She was the blonde hockey player from the other school.
Or as you said, the receptionist of Doc Martin. Or as I said, the antagonist of Bad Teacher.
Yeah. But I haven't seen Bad Teacher.
Oh, have you not seen Bad Teacher?
Oh, wait.
Cameron Diaz.
Okay, no, I've seen bits of that. Yeah, I haven't watched it all.
Oh.
I haven't watched it all, but I have seen, I'd probably say a good 60%.
Fair enough.
I think it was like one of those ones when you come back from work and it's on like ITV kind of thing, late at night.
But yeah, when she appeared on screen, because I slapped you, didn't I?
Well, yeah, she walked on screen and I was going, oh my God, it's the person!
I was going, oh my God, it's the person! Because I was like, I knew we were in for a belter of a scene.
She was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Oh. What was the joke? What does that...
Bespoke mean?
What does bespoke mean? Oh my God. And then it was the face. The lady, he didn't even know what bespoke meant.
Oh, I'm going to have to reduce the laughter down on this one. This one's going to have such a fucking edit. Oh my God.
It was just so funny.
Like, it's shocking.
Oh God, I'm crying.
It's absolutely shocking. People need to go and see this film. And the thing is, like, I mean, I don't watch normal TV anymore, but I haven't seen it like promoted anywhere.
I can't, because I mean, I don't really watch normal TV, but lately I've been watching like I'm a Celeb, so obviously there's adverts in between that, even on like on their ITV hub. But I haven't seen any trailers. I haven't even seen any social media about it.
No.
It's minimal advertisement, and I think it's going to fly under the radar.
It really is, and it really shouldn't.
No, I agree, and I think people need to start, like, if people go and see it, they need to just tell everybody they know.
Oh, I'm going into work tomorrow and be like, guys.
Well, yeah, once we're done here, I'm putting on the group chat. Anybody who's planning on going to the cinema soon, go and watch that if you can, because it's brilliant. Absolutely hysterical.
I think, right, okay, I've got a very difficult question for you.
Oh, no. I don't like it.
If you could only let one movie continue existing and you had to wipe the other one from the face of existence.
Okay.
Bullet Train or Confess Flech?
Oh,
That's a difficult one, isn't it? Because I think Bullet Train's the other really funny film that we've watched in this last year.
I thought Bullet Train was good.
Yes, I enjoyed it a lot more than you did.
No, I'll start that sentence again. I thought Bullet Train was very good. I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
However, Bullet Train to me is an action movie with comedy.
Right, yeah.
Where this was a comedy.
This is just pure comedy. There wasn't much action in it at all.
Well, there wasn't any action. It's a murder mystery.
Yeah, murder mystery comedy.
But to me, it's not even a murder mystery comedy. It's a comedy murder mystery.
Yeah.
I think on a rewatch basis, watching, I feel like Bullet Train has a little bit of everything.
I
feel a bit of action, a bit of comedy, a bit of like music, with like songs and things like that. I think the one thing I think I got.
Put your teeth in.
Well, it's not about that. I'm trying to compose the sentence without making people not want to go to see this movie that we've just seen.
Okay.
I think on rewatching.
So rewatch value, Bullet Train's got more rewatch value.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because Confess Flech is hilarious, but will it be as funny the fourth time round?
Yeah, no, I get that.
Because you know the jokes and you know the. I just suddenly the bit with the milkshake just popped into my head. And it's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is funny and it's because it's fresh. But on the fourth or fifth time, possibly not.
As funny? Yeah.
Maybe in a year's time, if you didn't watch it very regularly.
Oh yeah, no,
maybe like once every couple of years, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You might forget about a couple of the jokes.
Yeah.
And then I've only ever seen Twigs on Trees.
Shut up.
Like, I just don't know where they thought of it.
It's so stupid.
It's so stupid.
Because of course it's based on a book, isn't it?
I need to read this book.
If all these jokes are in that book, I need to find that author and shake their motherfucking hands.
Yeah.
Because that is brilliant.
Yeah.
If it's just a straight up murder mystery that they've taken and turned into a comedy, then
we need to shake the screenwriters' hands.
Yes.
100%.
Oh, but John Hamm was an executive producer and he stars in it, so
But he is also a very funny dude.
This is the thing, because I only really know him from Mad Men, so I didn't really think of is this his first ever comedy role? And then I was sitting there going, no, he must have been in comedy stuff before. This is way too good.
He's done several comedy things.
Was he in SNL? Was he Saturday Night Live?
I think he's hosted it.
Yeah.
No, he's not, is he? I was going to say, I thought he was Archer, but he's not.
No, he's not. No, he's not Archer. If he was Archer, you would have had me slapping you silly.
I feel like he's done something like that. All I know is that
it's very Archer-esque as well. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Archer-esque. That irreverent comedy and the very quick, snappy one-liners.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
What?
It's very British in its comedy as well.
It's very dry.
Very dry. And my perfect example is Victoria Wood.
Yeah.
With Dinner Ladies.
Yeah.
And it's like, how someone will say a random sentence and then someone else will just jump in and make a joke from that random sentence.
Yeah.
There's like one of my favourite jokes from Dinner Ladies from Victoria Wood, and I'm going to try and say it without laughing myself.
Okay.
Is when they're talking about going on holiday, and the lady's like, "Oh, who are you going to bring?" And the guy's like, "What do you mean bring?" And she goes, like bring. And then someone else just comes in and goes, "You can get phones that do."
That's a brilliant one.
And it's just fantastic one-liners like that. Yeah. Like, for example, I've only seen branches on trees before. It's such a just random comment based off another sentence. It's that very British dry humor, which is probably why me and you were wetting ourselves.
Yeah.
That is our comedy.
It is very much our comedy. And
also, listeners, whilst we're talking about this, if you've never seen Victoria Wood's Dinner Ladies, do go watch it. It's only 2 seasons.
Where have you been? where have you?
They could be Gen Zers.
Yeah.
I doubt it, because we're too old for Gen Z.
Oh, boy.
Well, what are we waiting for?
If they watch it, are they going to try and get it cancelled? Because if they are, then don't watch it.
I don't think so.
I don't know. They go through a couple of dark bits. There's a couple of dark jokes with a couple of underlying...
Possibly.
Look, if you're going to watch it, don't cancel it. Yeah, that's all I say.
I mean, cancel it if you want. I've got it on DVD. The fucking... Back in my days, we had everything on DVD.
Exactly.
So it was brilliant humour.
Yeah.
I can't keep gushing about it enough, and this is so unreal for me to gush about a film.
I can't actually think of a bit that I didn't like.
No. There was one bit I didn't laugh in, and that was like the following scene, and of course you're not going to laugh at the following scene because it's just him following someone.
Yeah,
there was no funny moments in it.
But that was the murder mystery bit.
Yeah. But that was like the only bit.
But it wasn't comedy, so you didn't have to laugh.
That and the ending were the only like non-funny bits. Apart from that, it was just on it all the way.
Yeah. Right.
Just constantly.
I thought of this as the movie was ending.
Okay.
And I will ask you this question.
5 stars. You will only get that joke if you go watch the film.
You ruined my joke for later.
Sorry. Were you about to say it when I pulled up?
Yes.
I beat you to it.
Fucker. In the world of sequels and world building,
yes,
that all movie studios are obsessed with,
yes,
would you like to see a sequel, or are you happy with one and done for that?
Oh.
Because would a sequel have the same magic?
No.
I don't think it would either.
No. They've set a sequel up.
Well, a potential sequel if it probably does well.
Yeah. But it won't do well because, as I said, no one goes to cinemas anymore, and it's not been advertised at all.
I wonder if it will have a
very early like streaming release.
Well, yeah, but and then a streaming resurgence through it.
Oh yeah. This is the kind of film that will get a cult following.
100%.
100%.
It'll be a new cult classic.
Yeah.
100%. Excuse me. So I agree personally. I do not think it should be a sequel. I think if they came up with an incredibly good script, then and it was happy to do it, then yes, they should. But then it would be to call it Confess Flech 2.
No, it would have to be something else Flech.
To make exactly, and he would have to be in a different scenario. Maybe similar with the fact it's about art or something, but it couldn't be again in that kind of.
Because his expertise wasn't even art. He was a reporter.
Quite a reputable. I shall have you know.
It was just, I don't think, whilst I'd love a sequel, I feel like the magic is
contained.
I already referenced Dinner Lady, so I'm going to reference it again. She only did 2 seasons because it was like, right, this is really good, this is really popular, this is really working. I'm ending it here. I'm pretty sure BBC even asked her to do a series 3, and she was like, no, it's done. It's had its moment in the sun, and that's all it needs.
And unfortunately, that's the thing these days, is that a lot of...
When something's popular, it run to death.
It is. It's overrun, and it's... I mean, look at The Walking Dead, look at...
Big Bang Theory.
What's the Faces...
The Faces of Bo? I don't know.
No, not Doctor Who. Supernatural.
I mean, I've not watched Supernatural,
I've not watched
I can't
it.
comment.
My sister watched it when she was younger. However, all I know is that they had something stupid like 500 episodes and 20 seasons or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
And people said, even the big fans were saying that it needed to end ages ago.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will say that, like, and it happens with, like, look at Scrubs. Scrubs is the perfect example. They made it to be however many seasons it was, and then they gave it the ending by calling it My Final Day or whatever it was, My Final Shift or whatever, and then because it was so popular, the studio was like, yeah, we want you to do another season. And they were, no, it was supposed to be that, and yet they still did it.
Well, that's why, because of course Zach Braff, I think he appeared in the first episode to effectively hand the reins over, but like,
where he was in, say it was only 10 episodes, he was in like 4.
Right, yeah.
But then like Dr. Cox and Turk, they were in it.
They were in it a lot more than he was.
And things like that. But it just shouldn't have happened.
No, it shouldn't have. They should have just gone, right, this is a good thing. You know, it's got a popular, favourable following.
Yeah.
Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, 100%.
More people will be willing to come back. Because I think sometimes if you go too far, people aren't willing to rewatch it because it leaves a bad taste in their mouths. Case in point, Game of Thrones.
Yeah. That is prime example.
Prime example of it was ruined at the end, and people are unwilling to go back to it because of the ending.
Yeah. Like, we like to rewatch stuff. And we will rewatch Dinner Ladies and The Vicar of Dibley. And The Vicar of Dibley's legendary.
Yeah.
But I have not rewatched Game of Thrones because I don't really want to watch the final season.
The only person I know who's rewatched it is my brother and sister-in-law, and that was purely because they did it during lockdown, and they're like, well, what else is there to do?
Yeah, exactly that.
You know, so it was literally, they had run out of things to do whilst in lockdown, so they're like, let's rewatch it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, wow, you're really, that bored.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel, yeah?
You know, so, yeah.
But
it was a great film. Highly recommend.
Highly recommend it. I don't know what else to say, to be honest, because not that we had anything much planned for this episode. However, I think
we can preface it by this review. This is all you need to say for this review. You know it's good when you're quoting it for the next few weeks, because that's what me and you are going to be doing.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
And it's not like I'm saying that and now we're going to go away and quote it to, prove me right. No, we will be quoting this because it was such a good film. Because that's what we do.
Yeah, and that's why we quote, even to this day, we'll quote things like Dinner Ladies from when, and again, prime example, bits from like Vicar of Dibley and all these other shows, and I think it's the lasting memory of it that's ingrained in you.
Yeah.
And there will not be a time now where I go into a restaurant or go into somewhere fancy that has a fucking vase on a table with a twig in it and not fucking wet myself, because it was just
and think of the moment.
Oh, Jesus.
Because that's what she wanted to create. Just a moment. Right.
But this is it. When a movie like that has such a positive influence, like I say, and let's take it from this. You guys have this is episode 9.
Yeah.
Okay. And out of every movie that we've watched, you've always had one critique.
Yes.
You don't have a critique.
I'm struggling to think of one.
And that is saying something for Ben.
Yeah.
And when bloody nicknames just gone out of my head. Edge.
Edge, yeah.
When Edge watched this, or when you tell Edge tomorrow at work,
yeah,
and you're going to tell her that both me and you cannot find a fault in it, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
She will be gobsmacked.
Yes.
Because that's her thing, is that she asks you how you think about it, and then she asks what my opinion on it is.
Yeah.
And if our opinion, you can say, well, you don't need two separate opinions. We're both on the same page on this. It was fucking brilliant.
Yeah. 100%.
And even like what we were saying about the rewatching value, the moment it comes out on Amazon Prime, and if it's to buy only, I will just buy it to ensure that it has sales.
Yeah.
Even if I don't rewatch it, I'm going to buy it to ensure that they have the money to redo it. And it's actually one of those times that I wish that I know we pay for our limited card, but that is something I would happily pay full price for.
Yeah.
I would have happily paid for a full ticket for that, as opposed to having like a free ticket.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, just look at how we've talked about it for so long that we're nearly back in Manningtree. That shows just how passionate we are and how much we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Because normally by now we've already moved on to the next topic.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, we've kind of sidetracked and delved, but we've circled back to it.
Yeah.
I just could it be? No, it can't be.
Oh, were you about to give it the title?
I honestly crossed my mind that it could. Okay. It's going to be the best comedy that I've seen all year.
Yes, there we go.
It can't be the best movie because that will be the Batman.
I was about to say you can't give it to anything but.
Well, that was the thing. I had to then like, oh no, Batman came out this year.
Yeah.
I will give this second place. As of yet, we haven't seen every movie. It's at the end of the year.
No.
However, this could very well easily be my second for the year.
Yeah. When this gets a cult following,
yeah,
I'm gonna be a proper hipster and be like, yeah, I knew about it.
I saw it first.
I knew about it before you were a fan.
I liked it when it was before it was cool.
Yeah.
You know, I knew it before it was fun,
oh god,
before it was popular.
I hated hipsters in high school. I don't know about you, but I hated them. I remember one of our friends.
Yes.
She saw these trousers in either Primark or H&M, one of the two.
Yes.
And she was like, I need these trousers. And I was like, why? They're not exactly nice. They were tight, skinny, like jeans, but they were bright green and yellow striped.
Wow.
Yeah. Just picture that in your mind, viewers. Just bright green and yellow striped jeans. And she was like, I need these. And I was like, why do you need them? And do you know what she did?
Yeah.
She looked at me and said, I need these because then I can be original. And I was like, but this is like H&M/Primark. So the likelihood that you being the only sole owner of them is slim to none.
And I cannot believe we're about to start talking about fashion. But that was the problem with punks. Because my dad was a punk.
Yeah.
And then he stopped being a punk because being a punk became cool.
Yeah.
And that was not about being a punk. And people like, even like Johnny Rotten and all that from like Sex Pistols, they will tell you that, I can't remember, it wasn't Johnny Rotten, it was a different punk band. And one of them just collapsed on stage in this massive gig. I can't remember for the life of me who it was. It might have been Johnny Rotten, I can't remember. But it was one of them big names. And he collapsed on the stage in this massive like arena gig. Mm-hmm. It was like the biggest one of its kind for the punk era. Yeah. And he just broke down in tears and crying in the middle of the stage, in the middle of the set, because people were chanting, telling, what should we do? Tell us what to do. Oh, wow. We love you. We want to be punks. That's not what it's about. No. And that's the same issue with hipsters.
Yeah. I'm going to do this so I'm original and unique.
But you all look the same. You've all got a top knot. You've all got stupid glasses that you don't actually need. And you're wearing a silly hat.
Did you remember seeing that article about the guy who put a complaint in because they had used his photo in an article sort of like making fun of hipsters?
Yeah.
And then it turned out the photo wasn't of him.
Yeah. But that's the point.
That is the point. If you were like, oh, this is me and they're making fun of me and I'm not happy, and then it turns out it's not you, you need to sit down and think about your life and your life choices.
Exactly. It's
time for a truth bomb of don't think you're original because no one is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody's original.
I've got a beautiful tangent that I could go on right now, but it's a little bit too political.
Let's not do this at this time of night.
Let's not do that. Not at this time of night and not on this podcast. No. We've made that rule. This podcast is anti-political. Yeah. 100%. But yeah, so it's just hipsters. It's just ridiculous. And it used to make my eyes roll when people were like, oh, I'm so unique. Do you remember the lol so random craze?
Oh.
Just say, oh, I've named this pickle Steve. Lol, so random. What?
I bought a potato.
Lol, so random. Oh, the early days of Bebo in MySpace. Can you remember Bebo?
Yeah.
I remember, because of course on your page, essentially, you got to have the top 15 friends.
That's not where I thought you were going, but you do that bit and I'll do my bit.
Drama.
Oh.
Excuse me. I've been moved down from friend number 3 to friend number 5. What have I done? What's going on?
I remember when a certain bloke that we were talking about the other day,
right,
with Black.
Yeah.
When he, in the middle of lesson once, exclaimed to somebody,
yeah,
he said, "Why have you taken me out of your top friends list on Bebo?" In the middle of lesson. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, and by the way, why have you done this?" I don't get it. Also, what the point I was going to make was the other day at work, one of the girls made the comment of, how cool would it be? No, what did they say? They said, oh, we saw a meme that said, how cool would it be that if you went onto your Facebook or Instagram page, it would start playing a song. Your favourite music. Your soundtrack song.
And it's like, guys, we've come to the generation that doesn't know Bebo or MySpace.
And I literally said, that's what we used to have, and then they took it away. Yeah. They just don't get it. Right. We're almost at the end. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
I quite like that final thoughts. I think we might do it.
I can't do it. There we go.
Final thoughts. Now put your hands back on the steering wheel. Final thoughts are, go see Confess Flech. Tell everybody to go see it. And if anybody says it's rubbish, you don't need them in your life. They're negative. And if it's you're negative. You don't need you in your life.
And if you need to have them in your life, find a way to murder them. Preferably with a hitman.
Like, keep them around for money if that's what you need it for. Mm-hmm. And 2, the final thought is that nobody's original. You are you, and you are unique, but nobody is original, and no clothing or brand or whatever thing you are is original.
Yes.
That's how I see it. I assume that's how you see it.
That's how Paddy sees it, is it?
And that's how Paddy sees it. And on those notes, that's a bit of a short one. But it's not too bad. I think I mean,
if you want to make it a little bit longer, we could do a glove compartment topic.
What's the time?
It's up to you.
I quite like that.
You quite like that?
I feel like we've covered 2 very important topics.
What? Go see Confess Flech and fuck hipsters.
Yeah.
Not physically fuck hipsters and everything. Just
don't breed with them.
Don't breed with them. Talking of it, it's when you see on like Instagram and everything, they put like their little kids, like their 2-year-old kids in fuckboy clothing. That's just when I want to call child services, and the child services just go up and knock on the door and be like, hand us the kid. They've got a picture, they've got a copy of the picture in their one hand, and hand us the fucking kid.
Fashion police. Oh dear.
But yeah, thank you for joining us tonight, guys, on this slightly shorter episode than normal.
Yeah, it was slightly shorter, but I do feel like we've covered important topics.
We have.
Again, final thoughts. We've covered final thoughts. We've covered 2 important things. I hope everybody's well. Look after yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all in the next one.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
See you later. Bye.
5 stars.